The day Arcad lost his gold. A story of hard-earned wisdom. Arcad couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about the small clay jar hidden under the loose stone beneath his bed. Inside that jar were 36 gold coins more money than he'd ever dreamed of having. Arcad. Just 1 year ago, he'd been like every other young man in Babylon, working hard all day, spending every coin he earned, and wondering why he never had any money. Then old Algamish, the moneylender, had shared a secret that changed everything. Save 1 coin out of every 10 you earn, Algamish had told him. Pay yourself first, before you pay anyone else. It sounded so simple, but it worked. Every time Arcad received his wages as a scribe, he put 1/10 away before buying food, paying rent, or anything else. At first, the jar held only a few coins that clinked when he shook it. But month after month, the jar grew heavier. Now, counting his treasure by candlelight, Arcad whispered to himself, 36 gold coins. I did it. I really did it. But now what? I can't just let this gold sit here forever. It should be working for me, making more gold. The very next morning, as if the gods had been listening, his friend Azar burst through his door with excitement written all over his face. My friend, today is our lucky day. Azar could barely contain himself. I've discovered the opportunity of a lifetime. Arcad set down his breakfast bread. What are you talking about? My cousin, you know, the merchant, he's putting together a trading expedition to the eastern kingdoms. They have precious gems there that sell for nothing, but here in Babylon, they're worth a fortune. Azar's eyes gleamed. He needs investors. Anyone who gives him gold now will get back double in just 3 months. Arcad's heart began to race. Double his money in 3 months? He could turn his 36 coins into 72, but something felt wrong. Wait, he said slowly. Tell me about this cousin of yours. What does he know about gems? Has he done this before? Azar waved his hand impatiently. Of course. He's family. Would I lie to you? Everyone knows the gems in the eastern lands are incredibly valuable. This is guaranteed money, my friend. All day, Arcad couldn't concentrate on his scribing work. His mind kept wandering to those 36 gold coins. What if Azar was right? What if this really was his chance to become wealthy quickly? By evening, his excitement had overcome his doubts. He hurried home, pried up the loose stone, and opened his precious jar. The gold coins caught the lamplight, gleaming like tiny suns. I won't risk everything, he told himself. Just 4 coins. If something goes wrong, I'll still have 32 left. He wrapped 4 gold pieces in cloth and met Azar at the marketplace the next morning. You're making the smartest decision of your life, Azar grinned, taking the gold. 3 months, my friend. 3 months, and we'll both be rich men. But 3 months passed with no word. Then 4 months. Then 5. Arcad's stomach churned with worry. He sought out Azar everywhere, the marketplace, the scribing halls, even the taverns. No one had seen him. Finally, he went to Azar's dwelling, only to find it empty. The landlord shrugged. Left in the middle of the night weeks ago. Owed me rent money. Standing in that empty room, Arcad felt sick. His 4 gold coins, 4 months of careful saving, were gone forever. There had never been a merchant cousin. There had never been a gem expedition. Azar had probably gambled his money away and fled the city in shame. That night, Arcad sat staring at his jar. Instead of 40 coins, which he would have had if he just kept saving, it now held only 32. He felt like crying. But as the hours passed, his anger turned to understanding. He picked up his stylus and a clay tablet and began to write. Today I learned the most expensive lesson of my life. I gave my gold to a man who knew nothing about gems, expecting him to succeed in the gem trade. I trusted a friend instead of seeking wisdom. I let my greed make me stupid. He paused, then continued writing. But this loss has taught me something worth more than 4 gold coins. Gold runs away from people who try to make it grow too fast, or who listen to dreamers and schemers. Gold stays with careful people who invest it only with those who truly know what they're redoing. The next morning, Arcad made a decision. From now on, he would only ask for advice from people who had actually succeeded at what he wanted to do. If he wanted to invest in trade, he'd talk to successful merchants. If he wanted to buy property, he'd consult with wealthy landowners, and he would be patient. Real wealth, he now understood, wasn't built overnight with get-rich-quick schemes. It was built slowly, carefully, with wisdom. Years later, when Arcad had become the richest man in all of Babylon, he would often tell this story to young people who came seeking his advice. "I lost 4 gold coins," he would say with a smile, "but I gained something worth 1,000 times more, the wisdom to protect my future wealth from 100 such schemes." Sometimes the best education is the most expensive one. And whenever young people complained that building wealth took too long, Arcad would lean forward and say, "Let me tell you about the time I tried to get rich quick." The best lessons often come from our worst mistakes.